Hello, hello, friends. I'm excited to share with you doTERRA's new Cura Collection kit. All right. This is a wonderful enrollment kit, and it's a wonderful kit that any doTERRA member can purchase on their loyalty rewards order. This is a wonderful kit that kind of covers it all and is a bathroom makeover for those common over-the-counter products that people all over the world, like you and I, had in our cabinet or maybe still have in our cabinet to take care of those little emergencies that come up every single day. Now, I took an opportunity yesterday to do a couple of things. I did some research on the most commonly purchased over-the-counter remedies. I also posted on a Utah birth forum group that I belong to, and asked the mothers on that group what were their most favorite go-tos for over-the-counter products to manage their family's wellness. I got some interesting replies, and I'll bring those up in a little bit, all right? And I interviewed my husband. Now, many of you know that my husband is a pharmacist. He's the pharmacy manager at a grocery store in Utah County here in Utah. And I asked him, what are the most commonly purchased OTCs, over-the-counter products from his pharmacy area in his store? And it was a fun discussion. Now, I caught him off guard. He wasn't prepared. He wasn't planning on doing this with me. I just caught him off guard and actually started listing what he was saying. And so he thought for a moment, and he came up with digestive support for diarrhea, constipation, nausea. He came up with immune support for cold and flu season. He came up with allergy support. He came up with relief or pain and discomfort relief. He came up with sleep relief, and I hope I haven't duplicated myself. He came up with several things and listed the products they typically buy. And some of those products were products we had in our bathroom cabinet many years ago before doTERRA. And here's what I found. When I was raising little children, I would purchase the typical children's Tylenol, children's ibuprofen, children's cough syrup, and I would use it once or maybe twice, and the rest of the bottle would be wasted. And so we had a lot of wastage with those typical over-the-counter products, and it was not something that I really enjoyed. But my sweet husband would go through the medicine cabinet from time to time, and he would throw out all of the outdated products, expired products, and we would replenish as needed, okay? And sometimes there were those midnight runs to Walmart when we had a sick child in the middle of the night. But then came doTERRA. And doTERRA was seriously life-changing for our family. I found doTERRA after searching for better quality essential oils. I had been using essential oils for a couple of decades, and many of you know my story. But I had been searching for more quality products, and I found a doTERRA wellness advocate at a nursing conference back in April of 2010. The rest is history. I knew immediately I wanted everything on her table. I have everything that was on her table and then some, because we've added a lot of products over the last 11 plus years. But this Cura collection is a beautiful introduction to all of those commonly desired solutions that come up in life's little emergencies and just living life and as you are raising a family. So I want to highlight this kit. Now we have in this kit, and on the inside of the box, on this front cover, it talks about what we have. We have respiratory tools, sleep tools, digestive tools, skin tools, and discomfort tools in this kit. And those are the most commonly purchased over-the-counter remedies available. Now, let me just say that if you like this Cura kit and you start using these products and you love it, we have more products to support your specific targeted wellness goals, all right? And so this will be a really big help to you. But when you take a look at this kit, up here at the top, you see the On Guard throat drops. Those are a wonderful immune support. I would send one in my children's school lunches during cold and flu season between October and May, and they would be able to have a candy, if you will. Now, I don't call it candy, and it's not as sweet as candy for sure, but it does have the On Guard oil blend in it for immune support. It's also fantastic for a sore throat if you feel something coming on. Beside it, we have the Breathe stick. This Breathe stick is a roll-on. Now, a lot of people for respiratory support, they want to reach for a roll-on, okay, or a breathing cream or something like that. And so Vicks Vapor Rub, ring a bell to you. This is a breathe stick that you can roll on, and it's good for children and adults alike. And so it's a really great, simple to use, easy to apply to the chest, really, really quickly. Okay. And then, oops. And then on the second shelf, we have a 5 ml bottle of frankincense, a 5 ml bottle of lavender, a 15 milliliter bottle of past tense, and a 5 milliliter bottle of deep blue. So in here we have, this is kind of your pain relief, in addition to what's on the bottom shelf here, the deep blue polyphenols. Now the deep blue polyphenol complex is your replacement for those typical over-the-counter pain relievers that you can purchase in the store. This has plant-based polyphenols to reduce inflammation, along with frankincense resin, which is scientifically proven to reduce inflammation. All right, so there's your pain relief. All right, we can actually say that. We have digestive support with the Digestin soft gels. Now, some people may not like the Digestin oil on their tongue. I personally love it, and it takes only a drop under my tongue to solve any kind of digestive discomfort, whether it's nausea and vomiting, whether it's constipation, whether it's diarrhea, even food poisoning. I can take the Digestin oil blend or the soft gels and know that I'm going to get some really good relief. We have also the peppermint beadlets here. That's a really nice fast reach. Pop one of those in your mouth, bite it, and have not only fresh breath and cleaned out sinuses and be able to breathe more deeply. So it's great for respiratory support, but it's also fantastic for digestive support. And so you can go a long ways with those peppermint beadlets. Okay, fresh breath, respiratory support, digestive support. You can actually take one of those beadlets and smash it between your fingers and apply it topically for a headache. If you have a headache wherever your head hurts, on the back of your neck for tension, if you don't have your past tense with you. Okay, so those are magnificent. And then you have the Tamer roller bottle, which is fantastic for little children. That is our kids blend. So you've got digestive support for kids, adults alike, and a lot of adults, I'm one of them, love this Tamer blend. It is magnificent. So we have the peppermint in the Digestin and the peppermint beadlets. We have spearmint in the Tamer blend. So if the peppermint is just a little bit too potent for the little kiddos, they're going to love this Tamer blend. Okay, and so enjoy that. That is a wonderful, wonderful blessing for digestive support. And then the Serenity soft gels. Now I could use the lavender on my feet. I could use the lavender and frankincense together on my feet or on my head or the back of my neck, and then take the Serenity soft gels 1 or 2 at night before bed and have a magnificent night's sleep. Okay, then I have also for digestive support the Terrazyme, which is my go-to. I use this Terrazyme every single day. I love to use it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach and last thing before bed on an empty stomach or a mostly empty stomach, to help rebuild connective tissue. Now, connective tissue is that tissue that holds your body together. It includes the ligaments, joints, tendons, cartilage, all right? And it includes the stockinette girdle that holds your internal organs together, so they're not just flopping all over the place, all right? And so the Terrazyme is wonderful for that. I really highly recommend it for pregnant mamas. They're building a baby, they're building connective tissue, and this is a really great thing. And what it does when you take it with food, with your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, is it helps break down the macro foods, the carbohydrates, fats, proteins, into micronutrients, all right? So that your body can actually utilize them and disseminate them throughout your body for energy and cellular support. And so I love this Terrazyme. It is magnificent and will be your go-to. If you have heartburn or indigestion or acid reflux, use the Terrazyme instead of acid reducers. Typically, what's happening when you have those concerns is the food is just sitting there in the stomach and it's not going down and it's kind of rotting, and the stomach will produce more acid to try to break it down and move it along on its course down through the digestive system. So when you're having issues with heartburn, acid reflux, indigestion, take the Terrazyme instead, and you will actually notice that it helps digest your food sooner so that it moves on down the pipe and so that you don't have those concerns anymore. This is your go-to. This is magnificent. And in addition to that, you've got the Terrazyme soft gels that get into the tummy and help just calm that whole digestive system. You're going to love that combination. So you can take those internally. You can roll the Tamer on your belly topically and have some really good results. Now, another thing we have in here, and you can't see it real good, there it is, the Correct X ointment. Now that is your go-to for skin, but you also have up here the frankincense and lavender. Okay, that is my go-to for skin. It's my go-to for ear aches. It's my go-to for just if we have a compromised immune system. And then the correct X is really great for the skin healing. Now, recently I had my niece have a puncture wound. She ran into something and it went right through the bottom of her arm, kind of the soft, fleshy part of her arm. And she was applying oils to it, but not very regularly. And she covered it with a Band-Aid. And she came to my house and I said, what happened to your elbow? Because the Band-Aid was coming off. So as I took a look at that, I said, Jennifer, you need some correct X. And she had it, of course. I knew she did. And so she put it on that night before she went to bed after she left my home. And by the next morning, she said it was significantly different. Now, I love the correct X ointment for many reasons. As a nurse, we were always using something like Neosporin or bacitracin ointment, both at home and in the hospital setting. And the correct X is much more effective than any one of those. And so what I find is that the correct X with its essential oils of frankincense, lavender, tea tree, helichrysum, and cedarwood in a non-petroleum based product, it's got beeswax in it, is a really fine skin renewal. All right. It really helps heal um, cuts, wounds, scrapes, and it's fantastic if you've had to have some skin removed due to something a little more serious. This is a great one to help the body fill in the hole, so to speak. All right. If you've had something cut out, consider reaching for correct X. So you've got a wonderful start to all those typical over-the-counter products. Now this whole sells for $249.50, which if you take a opportunity to actually look up what you spend on over-the-counter remedies, I promise you that with the wastage you have, you'll spend a whole lot less on this and be a whole lot more pleased, and it will last you a whole lot longer than the expiration date on those typical over-the-counter products. And so I hope you'll take advantage of this and consider this kit and have what you need at your fingertips for life's little emergencies. All right, hope this has been helpful. Take care now. Bye-bye.